This video is for black women. My girlfriend is a black woman. Most of my ex-girlfriends were. And my wife will most likely be black, most likely my girlfriend now. And my kids will be black. And I just want to say that I promise to protect her. I promise that I love her in the right ways and I don't lust her for the color of her skin. I promise that I will always love her and see her for who she is. See, when I fell in love with black women, it wasn't because of some weird pornography that I was watching or some sort of fetish, no. I was watching Baby Boy and I saw Taraji P. Henson. And what she embodied to me, which was so attractive and so relatable, was the beauty in the struggle. And that's what black women represent as a whole to me, is how to make the struggle beautiful. Even when the whole world is just coming down on you and throwing you away, you just continue to make things better and more beautiful. I promise to always listen to her when she says something is unjust and not just brush it away as her just overthinking. I promise to respect her when she's not around in all situations pertaining to her race, her well-being, and her character. I will protect her, even from the racial constructs that might be built up in my mind from growing up the way that I grew up. I will always be aware that dating a black woman is not like dating any other woman, especially here in America, but she must be protected at all costs. For a demographic who really has no allies, I promise that I am one, and I love you. And I will love her and learn to love her better. But honestly, I could never repay black women for how much they have changed my life and changed who I am for the better. But that's just what y'all do. Love you.
A lot of white women do get insecure when white men date outside of the white race. One of the most notable examples of this is Taylor Swift's reaction to Travis Kelce's exes. I know a lot of black creators were talking about this online a couple months ago, but when she has lines like, "I'm not a bad bitch, I'm not a savage," things like that, and directly referencing how she feels insecure that Travis Kelce dated gorgeous black women before her, this is absolutely a thing. And I think it's rooted in like insecurity and jealousy that they feel like they can't compete, not their white boyfriend has a type that isn't white women, but that he's marrying her simply to have white kids, because there's a lot of pressure from white families to pass on the white gene. Obviously, this is not something I care about at all, but I know a lot of white women do care if they find out that their boyfriend has either dated men, they freak the fuck out, or has dated women who aren't white. Because I think the assumption at the end of the day is that white people mostly date white people, even though we're in 2026, like, date who you want. But yeah, in response to this, there's absolutely a thing, and there are a lot of examples of white women being very jealous and insecure. Okay.
White boys, let me talk to you real quick. You need to realize, okay? More white men need to realize what an absolute GD privilege it is to be with a black woman, all right? First of all, they have many reasons not to give you the time. And if they do, you better fucking latch on tight and hold on forever. Because when I tell you that they will just make your life better in every way, shape, and form, the black wife effect's a real thing. Now, this pretty much goes for kind of women in general, but especially Grace. When the secrets they will let you in on, just the better version of yourself that you will become, the better looking version of yourself that you will become. You just have no idea what you're missing out on, how basic you've been your entire life until you get one of these women in your life. And it is just magic that you can't even understand until you got it firsthand. So if she gives you the time, fellas, put a goddamn ring on it.
When I see men actually from the opposite, okay, not black men alone this time, when I see white men coming out to praise black women, I feel so excited. You know why? Because there was a time that beauty standard wasn't black. Beauty standard was literally like this. So recently I watched a particular show. It was a program. It was a beauty pageant, and it was only my country. So in that beauty pageant, it was a big one, right? So that selection of beauty standard wasn't, yeah. In fact, the lady that is fair actually had like a lot of potential, but the black lady had more potential. Trust me, I actually watched it, but that's why I was even thinking the white lady was going to win. But when it got to the judges said both of them did well. This person, the white lady, became the second place. Then the lady that looks like myself became the first place. It was just a balanced thing, and they told us that this is what they are judging from. Both of them did extremely well, but the beauty standard for them wasn't just white. And I think they wanted to pass a message. Okay, both of them did extremely well. Some people actually believe that the black lady deserved it, and me too, I I actually believe that as well, but I truly, the white lady did herself. Okay, well, these are the standards that we are just all waking up to. But before now, it wasn't like this. Well, my loves, I've talked so much. Let's jump right into the rest video. Then I'll come back with more commentary. Credit to all creators on these videos. Let's go watch.
It's not the first time that I explain why I love black women, but I'll be more than happy to explain. So here are the reasons why that I love black women. So the first reason is because every race and every color is beautiful. However, to me, in my honest opinion, I really think that black women are seriously one of the most beautiful, gorgeous, stunning human beings that I've ever come across in my life. Like, looks don't mean everything, but like, just black women have so much beauty. Like, I really just cannot help it, especially like their skin colors. Like, they have such very beautiful skin. And especially the ones who have a dark skin complexion, like the dark skinned black women, I mean. But the problem is that a lot of dark skinned black women receive more hate. Like, they get called girls that are too dark, something like that. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't see any black woman out there that's too dark or too light. Like, she's just a black woman who is full of beauty, period. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm more into dark-skinned black women, but I don't care how light, how dark she is. I just want someone who is rightful for me. And the second reason is that black women are very loving people. And the third reason is that black women really do not tolerate any kinds of negativity or any kinds of bullshit. Excuse my French, but I'm the same way. As much as I don't tolerate those things, neither do black women. And the other reason is this. Black women stand up for other people that they know and love and care about. Which basically means that they're emotionally strong people. And I'm the same way as well, because no matter what, if I see anybody out there who's, you know, something negative happen toward them, I'm gonna stand up for them because I care about them and I love them with all my heart, something like that. Whether they're my friends, whether they're my family, or the person I'm in a relationship with, etc. Black women stand up for people that they know and love and care about. So those are the reasons why I love black women.
I absolutely love and adore black and brown women because my whole entire life they have provided me a sense of community because I didn't have a mother. The brown women in my dad's family and the black women in my mom's family, and even my mom's best friend who happens to be my aunt. I think it's kind of a fear that maybe if I get too depressed, I might make the same decision that my mom made. But my aunt worries about me when I'm depressed, and she makes sure my health is perfect, and she makes sure that I'm happy. And a couple days ago, my dad's ex-wife said something to me that I hold really near and dear to my heart, and I really appreciate her for it. But I asked her simply if she was coming to my birthday party, and she said, "Baby, you know I always make time for you." Like, it's just little things like that that just make me so happy and so grateful for the people in my life. I really do love black and brown women.
Sean, do Koreans think black girls are attractive? Is a question that I also got a lot. So I'm gonna answer this question. Okay. I can't speak for everyone. I can't speak for all, but I sure as hell do. Like, where do I even start? First, we have who? Rihanna, right? Aaliyah, Halle Berry, Naomi Campbell, Kelly Rowland, Beyonce, Miss Lauryn Hill, Whitney Houston. Shall I go on? Like, do I even have to say more? Like, you guys have the most beautiful people in the world, pretty much. I find black women very attractive. However, would every single Korean find black women attractive? No. If I go to Germany, for example, would all the Germans there think I'm attractive because I'm Korean? No. You know, there's this video that I saw, like this guy went around the streets and showed a picture of a very good looking Korean celebrity. I can't remember his name. And they were like, "Oh, I'd rate him a 4." And I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like I said, if I go to Germany, I can't expect all the girls to find me attractive because I'm Korean, right? Some are going to say, "Oh, no, he's not my type." And some will say, "Oh, he's my type."
I liked black women. Like, of course I did. Like, I grew up in, like, South Louisiana, right? I liked a lot of women, and black women were a part of that. Unlike a lot of Indians, which is, like, every woman but black women. So seeing Jay Sean, like, dance with, like, a black woman and, like, be with a black woman and stuff like that, it, like, made me feel seen. It made me feel seen. I'm like, I'm here. I'm alive. Let's go. Finally, some representation.
I'm a white man that loves black women. Of course I'm Italian. I'm a white man that loves black women. Of course I'm invited to the cookout. Ain't nobody ever gonna let me cook nothing, but I'm gonna be there. I'm a white man that loves black women. Of course I love old school R&B. I'm a white man that loves black women. Of course I love soul food. I'm a white man that loves black women. Of course I got a whole bunch of seasonings I don't know how to use. I'm a white man that loves black women. Of course everywhere I go I get called John B. I'm a white man that loves black women. Of course the light above my stove stay on all night. I'm a white man that loves black women. Of course I sleep on satin pillowcases. I'm a white man that loves black women. Of course I put lotion on when I get out the shower. I'm a white man that loves black women. Of course I light the candles when I get done cleaning. I'm a white man that loves black women. Of course I put hot sauce on everything.
If you're a white girl who says, I will never understand racism. Personally, I'm not racist because I think black women are the most beautiful creatures on earth. I want you to understand that you already have one foot on the plantation.
Beautiful black woman with a white man will almost certainly trigger a white woman's main character syndrome every time. If you're a white woman that follows me right now, you better not be getting that thumb ready to scroll, please. Because that was embarrassing what happened on that other video. Don't do that. Stay and listen. Like you would want a man to stay and listen when I talk shit about men. Be the change you want to see in the world, okay? Now, you may have heard me talk about main character syndrome in men, which is the idea that they are the main character and that everybody else around them fits into that narrative somehow, either as the sidekick, either as the villain, the mentor, etc. And when you are raised in a hierarchy, especially, again, a hierarchy that involves race as explicitly as the American hierarchy involves it, it's turtles all the way down. It's the same thing all the way down. While white men definitely do have the most amount and like the most egregious case of main character syndrome, everybody who participates in the American hierarchy, in the American caste system, all of these behaviors and actions, like they trickle all the way down. Yes, white men have like this very intense main character syndrome, but white women have also been given a very specific narrative about their place in that situation. And so they also have main character syndrome. That's where when a white man marries a black woman, it triggers white women's narrative. It triggers the narrative that something was taken from them because their whole life they grew up watching white Disney princesses end up with a white Disney prince. So that's how it goes. That's how you play the game, right? You take this doll and they go together, and that's how you play the game. What's triggered is that you are not supposed to be part of that narrative in any way as a black woman. You are not supposed to reap the benefits of being this close to the top of the hierarchy, right? It's almost like they see it in their eyes as like you've skipped a few steps on the ladder and you've ended up like, you know, in a place that they could have gotten. It's kind of like that problem that white people have with affirmative action, right? It's like, well, what if there was a white person that was qualified to take that spot? And you just took it from them. Like, don't you feel bad? And this is why affirmative action is needed, because people think like that. Like you just told on yourself very loudly. But that's what it is. They are also confused because a white man isn't supposed to want a black woman. Like a white man is also supposed to be trained to want a white woman, to want the aesthetic, right, of a white woman. And just for everybody wondering how I know these things, it's education. Yes, some of it is observation, but it's reading books by black educators, but especially black women. I do Audible a lot. Like I actually have read a lot more than this, but I do a lot of Audible. So I'll just screenshot some recommendations for any other white people wanting to get educated. You can know these things in your heart. You can know things are wrong in your heart, but to actually be able to educate others or like put words to these things that actually like make sense, you have to listen to black women, especially because they have all the nuance. Okay, all the nuance is there. This is from Me and White Supremacy by Layla F. Saad. She says black women around the world experience this white gaze lens of being seen as angry, strong, aggressive, and wild, as well as being believed to be lesser in intelligence and beauty than other women. They are seen as either the aggressive adversary, the sassy sidekick, or the deferent devotee to white women. So of course a white woman is triggered and confused when you are chosen by a white man who was supposed to be the prince to her princess in her fairy tale, right? Like it is directed at, paints black people as inferior in all ways, except the ways that can be used by non-black people for non-black gain.
When it comes to Black women, this treatment is compounded by the added marginalization faced under sexism. From negative stereotypes that trap Black women in a one-dimensional imagination to the way that Black women's bodies have been treated less like the bodies of human beings and more like the bodies of animals. Anti-Blackness against Black women is killing Black women, both physically and psychologically. So if you call yourself a feminist, you want to call yourself a feminist, you want to rah-rah under my videos where I talk shit about men, but you don't want to look at this, you don't want to look at anti-Blackness against Black women, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. You're no better than Susan B. Anthony and her little minions, that when they were given their rights, they took them and ran with them. And they left the Black women that worked with, that protested with, that marched with, did everything with. These white women left them in the dust to fend for themselves. They took their rights and they ran. And I'll be damned if anybody following me thinks it's going to be like that. It's not going to be like that, if I can help it. That's embarrassing. That's a shameful moment in American history and in American women's history especially. How you are in relationships with and to Black women speaks volumes about where you are in your anti-racism journey. Do you feel like you cannot relate to Black women? Do you covet Black women's physical attributes yet secretly feel disdain for them as human beings? Do you assume Black women are less educated, less affluent, and less capable than you? These are just some signs that you harbor anti-Blackness against Black women. This anti-Blackness needs to be excavated, confronted, and owned in order for you to practice anti-racism. So let's get to work. It's something that we all have to continuously practice and reflect on, myself included. I may be from Ukraine, but America will definitely do a number on you. Like I said, it really forces you into this hierarchy, whether you want to be part of it or not. You cannot just go with the flow. You have to actively fight back against it. That's what people mean when they say, like, you need to educate yourself. They don't mean you're a horrible racist and you need to blah, blah, blah. What people mean when they say you need to get educated is you need to start swimming upstream. You need to stop going with the flow and you need to use your muscles to head upstream, because upstream is the only way to solve all of these problems. You need to go as far upstream as you can. So if you want to abolish one system of power, you have to go upstream and abolish them all. And the only way to do that is to get educated, because otherwise people, this world literally tells you, this country especially, but this world tells you in so many ways that it's okay to be racist. It excuses so much racist behavior that people don't even know they're doing it. And then when they're confronted with it, they feel ashamed and they freak out. Don't feel ashamed. Feel empowered. Feel empowered that you can be educated and that you can stop doing this shit. Okay? Let's get to work.
When you go out there and they try to make you look like you don't know what you're doing, stand up. Ooh, adjust. And bounce. Black ladies, you are beautiful. Black don't crack. I don't know if you guys follow this guy on TikTok that is always saying, I'm American. I'm American. Black don't crack. I love to watch that guy's video. I love to watch his video. Anytime I go to TikTok to search for something, I come across his video. I stay there. I forget my sorrow. I forget the things I came for. And I start watching. So what they saw as beauty standard those days are no longer the beauty standard. And I saw a particular video of somebody, a lady, she was actually making a video. She was talking and she said that, one thing that, she has actually experienced as a Black lady is the fact that, the white lady in her school was always looking at her like she's ugly. And it didn't start today, guys. It actually didn't start today. Okay, those days, even while growing up, even as an African that grew up in Africa, I will tell you for a fact that sometimes they see these other people that have a lighter skin as the, the best, the most beautiful and all of that. Some of us grew up actually inspiring ourselves and telling ourselves how beautiful we are. Yeah. Some of us, we have to start erasing the memory. We have to start erasing some of the talks that we heard from bullies. Some of us actually grew up with that ideology that, oh, I wish I was fair, I wish I had, a lighter skin and all that. Some of us had it. But growing up, when growth happened, we now found out that blacks, black don't really crack. Like that guy will always say, black don't crack, okay? And he was boldly working on it. Like he literally, I love that guy's video. I've forgotten his name, but yeah, I've forgotten. Oh my god, his videos are just so inspiring. I love his videos. He doesn't talk much. He walks on the street. If he sees you smoking, he will take away your smoke and charge it. I don't know. I'm just telling you all these things so you can remember who I'm talking about. So the American guy, he's such a talented human, and I think he does fashion because he's always wearing one fashion dress or the other. But yeah, I'm just trying to tell you guys that I love it when I see people, before now, our men as well, okay, have always seen the opposite people like they are the best as well. But somehow, a lot of them are also waking up to the reality and seeing that our women are also very beautiful, okay, and we are highly cultured. Like, if you grew up in a black family, you know that we are highly cultured. Like, we are cultured. Like, you grew up with a black mom, not just the beauty, because at the end of the day, it's not just your face that actually define your beauty. It encompasses everything, your facial look, then who you are as a person, character wise, and all that. So at the end of the day, you see that when it comes to beauty standard, you can't even compare. Then look at our skin; it don't crack. I don't have a filter on. No, I don't have a filter on. So black actually don't crack. Most times, okay, we are actually the ones that look down on ourselves. But I love the fact that other people are also telling us who we are. And yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen video of 50 versus 50 black women and white women. Then you will know definitely that black, it don't crack. Even after 50. Once you take care of yourself, then I don't know if you guys have also seen the videos where the washcloths, the black girls talk. I don't know if you guys have seen those videos. You understand that black women know how to take care of themselves, bathe themselves very well. Use the washcloths and all of that, and that's why they love our skin, because it glows even without a lot. Okay, I don't even use a lot of cosmetics. I'm not that person. Like, I don't know if you have been watching me for a while, you just know that I'm not that person. I just like to look good, just take care of myself, but I'm not that cosmetic person. Okay, once in a while here and there, but definitely it's not something I literally want to spend a whole lot of my money on, right? But taking care of myself, yes. And I think that's also one thing that a lot of black women do. Not the whole botox here and there, different surgeries just because you want to. Now, a lot of black women don't see that as a thing. A lot of us just want to just want to look good and be fine. Like, and I love it that people are also seeing it and also acknowledging the fact that beauty standards where something is before, but now it's all changed. Okay, well, let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Credit belongs to original creators on this video, okay, featured on this video in today's episode. Please do well to like, subscribe, share, and drop your own take. I'll see you all on my next. Thank you for watching, my loves. Bye.